My name is Manisha. I'm Taarini Welling's mother.
I'm Suneet Welling, Taarini's father.
Taarini, when she was a child, was full of energy, very passionate about things, very sensitive to lots of things that you would not expect kids to be. She has always been a super enthusiastic learner. So we've traveled a lot. She was born in New York. We lived in New York for a while. By the time she was actually 4 years old, she'd lived in 7 different cities all over the world. And I don't know if that impacted her, but she definitely has always been very alive to what's going on around her.
In terms of what kind of a learner she is, I think she loves to learn different things at the same time. So she's very open-minded to new information. We realize she's going to be a child that will get a passion and go deep into it and be very passionate. And it's not really our place to find those passions for her. It's difficult to even do so. So we just try and expose her to a lot of things and see what works for her really. And she's now become quite strong-willed and strong-minded, and she sort of drives the agenda as opposed to us doing it.
Yeah, I think Taarini needs us more as in a supportive role, just to kind of engage with her on her ideas and not on our mindset. And we're very happy to do that because I think that's what we wanted to do for our kids anyways, is for them to be independent thinkers. So I think I speak for both of us, we both got a chance to do our masters overseas in the US, and we found that system far more open and supportive to independent thinking. So I think for me at least, one of the most important things was that my child can think for herself.
And we also wanted her to enjoy her learning process and her childhood.
So I wasn't surprised that she had taken this project on, because it kind of was in sync with who she is at the core.
Yeah, even I was a little surprised because I didn't know this was on the agenda for her to do, and she initially just started it along with the vice principal at that time. I didn't know where it was going to go because she just said, "Hey, we're doing this as social entrepreneurship in school, and we have this after-school activity, and we're picking this up as a project." And I was keen that she kind of sees it through to some logical endpoint, because that's what would be really satisfying to her, and to work against the obstacles that would be there.
So I think supporting her was easy because we've always wanted her. We wanted our children to have a different path, to be able to think. So that decision was actually easy for us. So that was the easy bit. The challenges were actually for her to fit into a box. She's an out-of-the-box thinker. To put her into the box is actually harder. So when there are exams and deadlines and things like that, we struggle, she struggles. Time management becomes an issue.
And so it's actually quite hard to put her into a curriculum-based, sort of examination-based setting.
Yeah.
And as Manisha said, it's almost like you're trying to take a child who wants to go and explore and put them into a box to finish a certain number of topics in time for an exam. It's a constant struggle.
Yeah. So boundaries, you can't, I guess, this is fair that you can't actually put boundaries to anybody's learning.
But it's actually tragic that we have to do this in a way, because we're actually, for a child who might want to do something and work all night, we're actually forcing them to do something in a limited number of hours in the evening.
So I think we're both agreed on the fact that we would like our children to discover themselves. So college education should be about finding out who they are, what they like, what they want to be like, how they maybe can influence the world. That's a bit much to expect of them, but I think I would love for them to at least think about it,
So for me, the values are, one, that you should find something you like doing and are happy doing. You should have a sense of balance in your life, and you should broadly find your calling with no external forces directing you. So give you the freedom and the flexibility and all the resources so you can find what your calling is and pursue that. And then I would like her to do it well. So I've told her that you can do whatever you want, but whatever you find, try and do it well.
I think the children are teaching us more than we are teaching them, because they are looking at things so differently that and their energy is so nice. It's actually nice for us to see that and to learn from them. It's a pleasure hanging out with them. It's a pleasure going to museums with them, or because you are kind of old and tired, but they have the energy to question, to see, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. So that's really nice to see.